Hey there, it's Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan. We're looking at we're looking at something interesting. This one here is a Mercedes-Benz V-Class, which prior to this generation was also called the Viano, depending on whether you got the commercial version or the passenger version. But this is a V-Class with a 3.5 liter engine, but technically you can tell people that you drive a black Bison. This is a WALD special complete car version of the V-Class. And the company WALD is a aftermarket parts supplier that does body kits and wheels and VIP kind of stuff. Wow, that last rev was more than I was expecting. Now, this one was bought from auction here in Japan for export over to Canada, and it is quite a looker, I must say. The V-Class has always been on my mind. We, this year, decided we wanted to get a new van, and I narrowed it down to either the Alphard or the V-Class. And the V-Class, you know, Mercedes-Benz van, you would think it would be very luxurious and nice, and it is big. You can fit a lot of stuff in it. This is, though, based on a commercial van, and it has a little bit of commercial van bones to it. The seats inside are a nice high quality, but it looks very much like you put seats into a commercial van kind of thing. So they are known to be very reliable. They tend to hold their value very well. In Europe, these are very much more expensive than in Canada. So if you're watching this video from Europe, hit us up and say, I want to have one of those so I can resell it, because I think there's good money to be made there. People are always asking us, well, which cars should we buy for import? Maybe one of these. Or the next generation, I would think, is even better. Now here's the coolant. Coolant looks fine. The oil looks good. So we'll close the hood. Okay. And a quick look at the car. Now the hood is closed, and yeah, it's a good looking car, especially on those giant wheels that this one is on. Aftermarket headlights, aftermarket bumpers, and WALD, the company, they're not known to be subtle. They are an in-your-face, you know, big bumpers, big wheels, super low to the ground, that kind of a brand. And so they don't disappoint with this. It's exactly what you would expect from a WALD Black Bison. And it didn't say here that it was called the Black Bison. You had to take a look back here and go, oh, okay. I'm driving a Black Bison. Not sure where they got that name from, but I like it. Okay, so I'm going to go over the auction inspection sheet. I'm doing it here just because the windshield is up pretty high. So I'll just set it here and read the sheet. So it's a Mercedes-Benz V-Class with a WALD version V350 Ambiente. I'm not sure about that. Don't really know the meaning. Anyway, from 2008, 87,672 kilometers. Auction grade 3.5. Both interior and exterior grade are C, which I think they were being a little bit strict on. It looks better than that, in my opinion. The exterior is quite nice. The interior much the same. So power steering, power windows, ABS, airbag, and AC, of course. Auction sheet here says front bumper has A3, and then just some wavy paint in a few places, but only mild wavy paint. Minor scratches over here. So the auction inspection, so the seller and the inspector at this auction right in the same area. So there's no real difference between what was written by the seller and what was written by the inspector. There will just be a point in which it's right here. These are all seller, these are all the inspector. So they don't know the submodel. I guess they were too embarrassed to call it the Black Bison. I say go with it. Just go out there strong and say, I'm driving that Bison. This is an original Japan car with right-hand drive. Kind of rare in Japan, but if you're importing to Canada, that's cool. You know, you don't have to worry about the steering wheel being on the opposite side. I know some people don't mind, some people do. And you can get cars in Japan with both right and left, depending on the type of car. So back monitor for reverse camera, toll collection box for Japanese highways, smart key, WALD wheels. They look very much like AMG wheels, that kind of 5-spoke with the semi-split spokes design. I think they're a really good look. And then has been lowered, has aero parts on it, a TV in the back seat, a wooden steering wheel, and is registered as a 100 series. Have a look. 100 series. You know what else is a 100 series and is more suitable of being called a 100 series? Is this. So 100 series, you only see it on car carriers or excavators or industrial dump trucks or a black bison. Well, oh yeah, look at those wheels. They totally complete. This is like a big boxy vehicle, but being lowered on these wheels with that fitment, very nice. I like a lot. Okay, so on to what the auction inspector said. So various scratches and dents. Exterior has some shallow scratches. Underside has some very light surface rust. Interior is a little bit dirty. The seats, and has seat dent. Might be car seats. I'll take a look. And then aftermarket headlights and bumper. Has an oil leak. I'll have to take a closer look at that. And then the end panel scratched. This one here, by the way, I'm shooting the video for this. I didn't shoot the full report. That was done by Jacob. And just these ones that are going on YouTube, I'm shooting these videos because you guys know me and we're not really ready to have other presenters on the channel at this point. Okay. We're going to see the car from all around. This is our 360 view. And I believe you can get these in a couple of different wheelbases. I'm not sure. I know a bunch about the next generation because that's the one that I was considering for my family. We ended up keeping our old van. My wife and I just love our old van so much, even though it's a 2004 and it's not in the best condition anymore and it's a little bit higher mileage. We love it so much we can't get rid of it. And we just can't justify buying a new vehicle because everything that we were in just doesn't feel as good. And honestly, it's not the best van for everyone. I bet you people are like, what kind of van is it? I want something that's so good that Derek won't sell it. It's a Honda Elysian. I'm going to say it's not for everybody, but just the driving dynamics of it are perfect for me. And it just suits us really well. It has cup holders where there should be. It's comfortable. It's well made. It's reliable. Sounds awesome. Okay. This isn't a report on my personal vehicle. Headlights. I don't know if they come with the Black Bison version or not, but they have that typical aftermarket look to them. Front bumper has a series of fog lamps in it, in these little dots, which was kind of a mid-2000s type style. A few scratches and whatnot. They did say A3, which seems about reasonable. There's a nice little splitter. And I love like the fact that they put like a sports car bumper and a very Euro-looking sports car bumper onto what is otherwise a van, right? So cool. You know, be bold and do things that are interesting and fun. This is why we are modifying our BB, because why not? Have fun with it. A little bit of a scratch there. This is these original over fenders. Coming down here, as you can see, a little bit of paint wave, but it's really not too bad. And then the side skirt's very aggressive with the fins in them. Ride height, completely reasonable. You could lower it more, sure, but it looks fine. And it's still probably usable. You'll notice that like a lot of vans will have a higher suspension in the rear because when you load them up, they'll squish it down. So perhaps the 100 series plate meant that the previous owner was using this for commercial purposes to haul things. Who knows? Okay, so pretend exhaust ports, those aren't real at all. And then a diffuser, because I guess aero performance and downforce is important to you if you're going to be driving a V-Class. And I believe a WALD special spoiler on the top. And it's got some wavy paint on that as well. WALD badging. I'll go to the interior in just a second. But yeah, really nothing to talk about in terms of scratches or dents, just a little bit of wavy paint and a few minor areas of scratches, like for example around the door handle has some scratches. Okay, mirrors that have signals in them, which I believe would have been factory on these. And then, yeah, that's very AMG looking in the front bumper, isn't it? I mean, the side fins are. The bumpers themselves are, I guess, a little bit more industrial. You can get these with glass roofs. Actually, the paint up here is not that good, but this one doesn't have the glass roof. And these are probably just so that a big panel doesn't echo too much inside the vehicle. Roof rails too, if you want to put a box on top or a a roof tent. Let's go now to the interior. Where is the handle? Oh, down here. And a nice low loading floor, which is useful if you're going to be bringing things with this. And fantastic. You know, North America, where I come from, almost everywhere people are driving these big trucks because, oh, I need a truck for this or that. Why not get something like this? You can more securely fit stuff into the back. If you take the seats out, you can probably fit the same amount, if not more, depending on what you're bringing. And you don't have to worry about people stealing it. Loading stuff in is picking it up 40 centimeters off the ground instead of hiking it over the side of a bed. I don't know. I've had a minivan for a while and it's been fantastic, so maybe I'm a little bit biased. What do we got here? Oh, that is so weird. They all look the exact same, but this one's a receiver for a tonneau cover. This is an ashtray, and this is a cup holder. And so I guess the same things on this side. Okay, these rails go all the way. And you can take these out if you want to, I believe, so that you can set where you want the rail to end. So those seats could come all the way back if you wanted. There are versions that have another row of seats in here as well. Depends on how much you're going to want to carry in terms of people and stuff. Oh, that was quite a severe slam. Okay, looks like power doors. Here's the seat. You can see the seat dents here and here. Here and here, and here and here. So it does look like the kind of dents that you get from a car seat, but weird that they would be in all three of the seats. So I'm not sure exactly what that's coming from. Really easy to get in and out of, a nice plush carpet. And you know, this reminds me an awful lot of the G-Wagon in terms of the inside. That one's a little bit misaligned to the other ones. Even smells like a G-Wagon in here. A big monitor, that's an aftermarket piece. Headliner, decent. One thing I did notice, and part of the reason why I didn't want to buy one of these, is there's no cup holders in this section of the car. If you want to have cup holders, you have to do an aftermarket type of cup holder. And we didn't want our kids to be spilling drinks. We eat and drink a lot in our car, and our kids are still young. Some of them are still young. The driving area, which is important for people who like to drive cars. Okay. Pretty industrial, honestly. It does have power seats and memory seats too. Switch gear here, and you can still actuate all of the windows, but this one's broken off. So you have to like hold it down while you move it, is what Jacob told me. Power folding mirrors. Pretty nice inside. Like dashboard, looking pretty good, I would say. Steering wheel is a half leather, half wood. And it might be aftermarket. That looks too extreme to not be. Probably one of those ones where just the ring here is aftermarket and it fits into the standard airbag and hub of the typical steering wheel. Which is a great solution, by the way. Seats in good condition. See, the auction said this was a C-grade interior. Not looking too bad. I wonder if this is the seat dent, because this part here is a little bit saggy. It's not too bad, though. I didn't notice it when I sat in it. Pedals looking fine. A little bit of a rip in the carpet there. Okay, so HVAC here, that's working fine. Heated seats for the front two seats. An aftermarket Navi unit that has been installed. Automatic transmission, of course. There's a cup holder here, but the weirdest location for a cup holder ever, because you have your cigarette ashtray here. Whenever you go to put your ashes into, I mean, hopefully you're not smoking in your car, but you go to put ashes here, you know, reach over, oh, some of the ashes maybe went into my drink. Maybe smokers like that, I don't know. I've never even had a cigarette in my mouth in my life. 42 years old. Good job, Derek. You're so cool. This one says be careful for locking the keys inside the car. So it might have some aftermarket security or something that might cause a key to be locked inside. Not very useful, but still cool. I love stuff like that. Okay, is there a place for sunglasses? Yes, but they can't be wraparound at all. Aviators only. It's just not big enough to put larger sunglasses in. Cool vehicle. I'm glad that we bought this. Like, the world of cars has so many unique and quirky little cars. It's good to see them and experience them. I would love to see something like this driving around in Canada. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. That's going to be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and have a nice day.